Chicos, chicas, ¿cómo están? ¿Qué os cuenta la vida? Aquí Vampira con un nuevo video para el canal. Esta vez estamos en otro episodio más de Genshin Impact. Y bueno, si recuerdas en el episodio anterior, hemos ido a otro de esos dominios que nos están impidiendo salir de esta cueva. Y también hemos descubierto un montón de... una puerta extraña. Bueno, hemos descubierto una puerta extraña que nos muestra nuestros más grandes temores. Y allí es donde Aerer, nuestro personaje, ha visto justamente lo que es el abismo en su máximo esplendor. Y ahora lo que tenemos que hacer es justamente hablar con todos para así continuar con el resto de la aventura, que estamos ahorita haciendo el intermedio correspondiente a lo que es la sección de Inazuma yendo con Sumeru, que para eso tenemos que ir justamente a la cima. ¿Por qué se preguntarán? Porque ya han abierto las fronteras por allá en Inazuma, así que esa es la justificación para por qué estemos aquí. A ver, hablemos primero con Yelan. Damas primero.
This place seems even more perilous than we first thought.
Don't worry about me. Staying focused under pressure for as long as it takes is my specialty.
Ah, lo dijo.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, looks like you've got some new ideas.
How could you tell?
It's my job to keep tabs on people.
I figured as much. They're just preliminary ideas at this point, but I haven't completely thought them through yet.
Sure. Sounds good. I also have some ideas of my own. I'll fill you in after I've confirmed some things.
Una conversación bien productiva.
You think so?
As they say, two heads are always better than one.
Y tres piensan mejor que dos. Pero cuando ya son cuatro, allí sí es donde se complica la cosa. En serio, los trabajos grupales son recontra estresantes. A ver, Shinobu, ¿tienes algo que decir?
It's hard to believe what we've encountered.
Ya. ¿Qué es lo que crees que debería ser nuestro próximo movimiento?
You don't look very well. At least not like when we just arrived. Are you troubled by what you saw behind the door?
Por mi parte, a mí no.
Listen to me.
Es algo que va a
The most
suceder
important
eventualmente.
thing is always the choices you have in front of you.
Ajá.
Get some rest before you gather the courage to take your next step.
He descansado lo suficiente, quiero continuar
Once
con la
you've chosen
aventura.
the path to take, don't hesitate. You must believe in your decision.
Ujú. Ya, ha sido bastante productiva esa charla también. Y ahora, Ito, lo mejor para el final.
Ushi, you sure you can't find a way back to that door again?
Este Ushi está viviando. Disfrutando de la life. Ya, ¿qué debería ser nuestro próximo movimiento?
Yep, that's the big question. Gotta be honest, I have no idea.
Bueno, ya sabía. Ushi, ¿tú tienes una idea? ¿O estás insultando a Ito?
Oh, come on, don't get mad at me. I'm just being real here. I did think about just using my Oni super strength to dig our way out, but the rocks here are even tougher than prison walls.
Ah, con razón escapaste.
The rocks didn't even budge when Ushi charged him. It's pretty obvious.
Es que al
this
final de
place
su
is meant
misión
to
lo
keep
llevaron a
us in
prisión,
here.
me acuerdo.
The only thing I can do now is, well, take care of this exhausted little watermelon.
Sí, está sufriendo ahorita. Y de Ushi también.
Yeah, I know. You're helping too, Ushi.
Sí, Ushi.
By the way, Traveler, if you have a moment, could you do me a favor? I'd like to discuss something with you.
Ya, dice que
Please,
vayamos
come
al
meet me
lugar
over
que
there.
indicó Yanfei, que está justamente por acá en la entrada, donde estábamos antes.
Thanks for coming to speak with me, Traveler.
¿Qué sucedió?
I've been thinking about this place. Since we still don't know just what kind of danger we're up against, we can't afford to delay any longer. We have to find the Conqueror of Demons as soon as possible.
Sí, para este punto ya he perdido un deseo.
Don't you think it's a
No he salido de
strange
acá para
coincidence
nada.
that as soon as you told us about the Conqueror of Demons, we heard his voice in that place? It almost seems deliberate. As if something was trying to convince us that the Conqueror of Demons was there in order to lure us into the unknown.
Eso no tiene sentido. Xiao es una muy buena persona. Simplemente está un poquito loco nomás. Está un poquito inmaduro. Inmaduro creo que es la palabra correcta.
I have a theory, but I can't tell the others just yet. I don't want anyone to panic. Judging from the Conqueror of Demons' reactions, I think that he was somewhere else, but his voice and image were projected to our location. Is it possible that we've entered into a chaotic space?
Caótico. ¿Qué te refieres?
We're seeing things in people that shouldn't be here, even ghosts. And we don't feel hungry because the state of our bodies is suspended. It's as if time itself has stopped for us.
Como en la misión de Imperatrix Ruborosa Acto 2, en la que Yanfei, quiere decir Yae, me confundo con las dos, Yae dijo de que entras al agujero de gusano y en ese punto no hay ningún tiempo determinado. Tal vez a eso se está refiriendo y ese es el lugar en donde estamos ahorita, en ese lugar caótico. Cosa que no tendría sentido porque el espacio está estable, pero el tiempo no lo está.
If that's true, it means we've entered into a place where normal logic doesn't apply. When you put it all together, everything points towards one possibility. This is a place where time and space are thrown into chaos.
Si aún no tomó el mismo camino que nosotros cuando vimos en la entrada del dominio, yo me acuerdo que desapareció y se fue a otro lugar. No creo que nos haya seguido. Es decir, ¿para qué chucha nos seguiría?
And yet, if it's truly chaotic, how did we find our friend's voice even when we had no idea where he was? It doesn't make any sense. Unless this space wanted us to hear it. Which brings me to my next point. I also have a theory about our encounter with the Conqueror of Demons earlier. I submit that we didn't actually see the Conqueror of Demons. He was somewhere else. But his status was transmitted to us through some kind of mind-bending spatial alteration. Traveler, you said you saw the abyss in that room, didn't you?
Correcto.
At first glance, that door may seem like a prank. It shows you whatever you're afraid of. But if it manages to lure you inside, there's no way of knowing what might be in there. 1 minute, it's playing a joke to get you to lower your guard. The next, the danger is real, and it's trapped you.
Pero si fuera una trampa, nosotros hemos entrado de lleno a la trampa. Hemos escapado porque tenemos plot armor. En todo caso, Xiao debió haber visto, en vez de lo que más temía, lo que más le gustaba, entró y habrá quedado atrapado. De hecho, me parece un poco contraproducente que la puerta te muestre justamente lo que más detestas en vez de lo que más te gusta, si es que el objetivo de esa puerta es que sea una trampa.
This space is a powerful opponent. It wants to use our minds against us. But I'm not gonna sit here and do nothing. Do you remember that small spatial rift next to the dissolving ground?
Así que era una fisura temporal.
It felt like spatial magic, but it seemed much more powerful than usual.
Claro, por algo no podemos escapar y lo de arriba se puso techo.
When we saw that illusion of the Conqueror of Demons, it seemed like he wasn't expecting our spaces to intersect at all, and was even more surprised that we could hear and see him. I think that this space purposefully transmitted the Conqueror of Demons' voice to lure us into a trap. But I also think it didn't count on that spatial rift happening. In other words, the fact that we saw and spoke with the Conqueror of Demons was never part of its plan.
Y por eso nos interrumpió.
Yes. Also, I had a good look around after coming back. I have a feeling that these chaotic spaces are constantly intersecting with each other, meaning that anything is possible. I think this gives us an opportunity. If the space creates phenomena meant to deceive us based on our imaginations, then we have to keep imagining, Traveler. If we try to stay calm and listen carefully, maybe, just maybe, we'll hear the Conqueror of Demons' voice again. Can you feel that? Let me see. I think it's here.
Parece el aro, donde no hay absolutamente nada. Tal vez.
And break! I secretly learned Yelan's illusion breaking method without her knowing.
No sucedió nada.
Really didn't expect that to work. The sound came from behind this illusion. Let's go in and take a look.
No sucedió nada que yo tenga entendido. Por acá. No sucede nada. No está abierta la wea. O tengo que ir por otra ruta. Por acá. Vale, se ha abierto otra cueva. Se ha abierto otra cueva al
It's getting
costado.
clearer.
No. This is the chasm. What did British go through here? If it was just that bad as fuck years ago, what is he doing here? The one I met. Is that the prime Aksha?
Lo dijo. Dijo la palabra en quechua. Intenta ponerme en contacto con Xiao. Ya, tengo que hablar con él ahora.
The voice is much clearer now. We're close.
¡Ay, Xiao! ¡Xiao, estás ahí! No te preocupes, mano. Te vamos a sacar. No sé cómo, pero te vamos a sacar de allí.
Conqueror of Demons, can you hear me? It's Yanfei. The Traveler and I are trying to find you.
Xiao, ¿estás ahí?
Traveler? Yanfei?
It worked. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
No parece, te escuchamos menos con energía. Algo sucedió.
Listen to me. It's chaotic here. We may not be in the same space, but sometimes the sound can get through, which means these separate spaces intersect.
Everything is chaotic here.
Sí, ya me di cuenta. Tienes que encontrar la forma de llegar hasta nosotros.
No.
Entonces al revés. Vamos a encontrar una manera de llegar hacia ti. Chévere.
The darkness that sullies my soul is harmful to mortals.
Right now, we have more dangerous things to worry about than that. This space is using our urge to find you to lure us into traps.
Sí, aparte tenemos visiones. No creo que nos vaya a hacer daño algo de oscuridad.
Without you here with us, our search for you could very well lead us into danger.
Tienes que venir con nosotros.
So, you're in danger too?
En peligro de quedarnos sin recursos y morir de hambre, sí. Ha dicho también.
There was no need for you to search for me.
But we're worried about you. And earlier, the traveler was tricked into entering a dangerous place.
Es cierto.
How do we meet?
Conqueror of demons, can you find out where our voices are coming from? Find the spot where our voices are the clearest and try something there.
I see. The spaces may intersect amidst the chaos. By try something, do you mean...
Hurry! If we miss
Solo
this chance,
haz
we might
lo
not
que
get
sea.
another one.
Solamente piensa en nosotros y ahorita aparecerás enfrente de nosotros. Tal vez o estarás cerca. ¿Qué sé yo? Es la única manera. ¿Te encontramos esa manera? Tú tienes que intentarlo. Y se desapareció.
Stand back!
Está detrás de nosotros, ¿verdad? Estás con vida. Menos mal. Estás herido pero con vida. Está gravemente herido. Sí, tiene una herida. Y es una herida bastante profunda de oscuridad. Le hacía falta un poco, alguna que otra gota para que sea un poquito más realista, pero creo que el diseño ahí está bien.
Let's get him back to the camp.
Ujú. Con algo de alcohol se va a curar, estoy seguro de eso. Contamos a Xiao, está herido. Alguien trátelo con medicina, qué sé
Now
yo.
we can avoid getting split up.
Oh.
Gracias.
A lot's happened here, but this wasn't just for our own safety. You're injured. We can't just leave you alone.
It's just a flesh wound. I am fine. I shouldn't let myself be a burden to you.
Tú no eres una carga, eres Xiao.
You're not a burden. Don't think that for 1 second.
Fine. As you wish.
You're injured. Get some rest.
Ujú.
Everything else can wait.
Lo importante es que te mejores. Parece que está descansando, está soñando. Sorprendente verlo de esa manera. No deberían esto curar, ¿verdad? No tenemos vendaje. Fuck. Un yaksha que nunca baja la guardia puede llegar a soñar. Peligro se acerca. Peligro se acerca y Xiao está acá durmiendo. De la manera más épica que puede dormir un personaje de anime. Tenemos que hablar con Yelan, que está por acá o está para el otro lado. Sea cual sea el lugar, nos estamos alejando, pero por acá nos estamos acercando, así que por aquí tiene que ser. Ahora nos estamos alejando otra vez. Vaya por Dios. Vale, por acá tiene que estar. Sí, ahí está, junto con Yanfei. Se han ido demasiado lejos al campamento ahora que me doy cuenta.
As expected, something strange is going on here. Oh, traveler?
You're both here. Great. I want to talk to you.
Ok, pongamos en común la información que tenemos. Lo que sabemos es que estamos
I
en un
also
lugar
thought that
caótico.
the space was targeting us, but Yanfei managed to exploit its weakness. Leave it to Yanfei to find a loophole.
Based on what just happened, We can now confirm our suspicions that space and time function chaotically here. In addition, we must stay vigilant to avoid the traps set for us by this place. Now that we've found the Conqueror of Demons, the next thing we need to do is find a way out.
I went back to the domain again just now. Although I couldn't find a new route, it wasn't a completely fruitless trip. My clan has practiced magic for generations, and has created some catalysts that only we know how to use.
Pensé que tú eras una usuaria de arco,
I recognized something like one of those
que no sabe
catalysts
usar
in the
como se
domain.
usa el arco.
Unfortunately, it disappeared as soon as I approached it.
En serio, las dos unidades de agua que usan arco no saben utilizar arco, lo utilizan de una manera, vamos, recontra rara. Aunque la manera en como Yelan utiliza es muy parecida a como lo utilizaría Bayonetta. Seamos honestos, sería una ilusión.
I think so, but it's hard to distinguish between reality and illusion here. I can't be sure. Also, I am the only one out of all of us who could know what it would look like. To me, that confirms that this place really is reading our minds.
Just
Yeah.
like with that door. It's like it's alive and testing us.
By reading our minds and showing us what we want, it creates the reality that we want to be true. Everything it does is either to get us to lower our guard or to wear us down. If that's the case, it can only have one goal: to trap us here until we die. What else could it be?
Tiene sentido,
We should prepare for the worst, but we mustn't give up.
de acuerdo.
I've always known there were secrets hidden in the chasm, but even the Qixing have never heard about anything like this.
Yelan, when we first ran into you, you said you had something to do. What were you referring to?
Dilo, necesitamos ahorita información.
I was looking for the truth behind the monster invasion from Conria.
Los Hilchurs, si nosotros nos encargamos de eso. Y sí, era Kenria, tu lugar natal.
Please keep everything I'm about to say to yourselves. No one else can know. Otherwise.
Ya lo sé, nos vas a cortar la pinga y todo.
We got it.
Cuenta, ¿qué sucedió en Kenria?
500 years ago, a wave of dark beasts from Conria attacked the 7 nations of Tevat. Naturally, Liyue was also affected.
Que hasta donde tengo entendido fue en defensa propia. Alguien incitó el ataque. O es una revolución, o es que alguien de las 7 naciones atacó a Kenria y ellos tuvieron que defenderse atacando a todos a la vez. Una estrategia bastante estúpida, pero igual funcionó.
Under Rex Lapis's command, the Millelith fought hard to hold the front line near the chasm. But these were vicious beasts, and this was the most desperate battle Liyue had ever faced.
Hay luz allí. Puede ser que ya esté la salida activa. Y segundo, claro, no entiendo cómo carajos puede haber sido una batalla feroz si es que ellos tenían la altura. Ellos tienen el high ground. ¿Cómo les pudo haber costado tanto contra unos monstruitos que están yendo por abajo? Si ese es su lugar de, ya saben, origen, de abajo.
At a critical moment, someone distracted the monsters and led them away. Just when all hope seemed lost, the tide turned.
Alguien se habrá sacrificado.
The Liyue army eventually won the war, but there were many who never returned. 2 of my ancestors took part in that war, and the one who made it back went insane. Everything about it was strange. The current generation of Qixing knows very little about these events, and very few came back from the chasm alive. Finding out the truth has been a waiting game.
Por algo ha estado cerrada por tanto tiempo. Todavía existe ese temor de que la cima haga algo, porque claro, hay restos de lo que es el pasado de Liyue, el pasado de Kenria, y más importante, los desechos de la tecnología kenriana, la magia kenriana, que les ha dado tantos problemas a la gente de Teyvat, y justamente esa suerte de magia, suerte de tecnología, está causando problemas. Ejemplo a nosotros, que estamos atrapados en una suerte de trampa justamente colocada en esos tiempos de guerra.
The day the chasm was unsealed, I put in a request to be transferred here, so I could finally learn the truth of what happened back then. But this place we've ended up in, and the possibilities we're facing, it's all far more terrifying than I'd imagined. We can't give up. Right now, our #1 priority has to be getting out of here alive.
La cima, Kenria. ¿Qué pasó hace 500 años? Simple. Un viajero kenriano ha ido hacia Teyvat. Y empezó todo el momento de conquista. Creo que eso fue lo que sucedió. Estoy seguro de eso. ¿Qué pasó con Xiao aquel espacio? ¿Contra quién luchaba? ¿Realmente podemos salir con vida? Eso sí te lo puedo asegurar a Eder. Sí, vamos a salir acá con vida. Y eso no es un spoiler. Es un spoiler. Bueno, otra vez tenemos que hablar con el resto. Después de terminar la conversación, más texto. Ese es el episodio con texto.
Shh, we'll talk later. I'm just processing all the existing clues we have. Maybe the key to our escape is hidden in some detail I've overlooked. I have to go over everything again.
All right, well...
Oh, don't worry. I won't write down anything that you told us.
Tamar esto. Otra vez el señor Alfuta quiere pasar por acá. Justo cuando está hablando Yanfei. Y ya de por sí que desgraciadamente me he salteado alguno de esos diálogos por error, porque no he dormido bien.
No, I meant if you're going to analyze the facts, count me in.
¿Está todo bien por acá? Estamos en una situación de vida o no vida. Tienen que estar ustedes recontra tranquilos.
I guess things still haven't improved.
No, no ha mejorado para nada. Incluso hay un tipo con fruta pasando por cerca de la zona. Así que estamos bien jodidos. Estamos bien jodidos.
It's okay. You don't have to go into all the details. Sometimes I really envy the boss.
Sí, igual. Yo también envidio al boss. Yo también envidio a Alito. Es que ¿quién chucha no quería ser Ipto? Jack Chow, ¿estás bien? ¿O sigues descansando? Sí, sigue descansando. No quiere hacer ningún ruido, nadie se te va a perturbarlo. Que descanse nomás, que descanse. Vamos a editarlo más adelante. Sigue herido, ¿verdad? Sí, sigue herido. Buena atención a los detalles. ¿Qué pasa, Ito? ¿Sigues ahí sufriendo con Paimon?
Hey, Ushi. Looks like our little lavender melon has fallen asleep, huh? Do you think she's dreaming?
No le importa, ¿verdad?
Man, she looks wiped out. It's kind of hard to see her like this. I mean, most of the time she never shuts up. Aw, poor thing. Man, that little dude looks stunning too. I'm kind of worried about him.
No estoy agotado. Estaré agotado las siguientes semanas cuando esté en plena temporada de finales. Que probablemente sea la última temporada de finales en la que esté.
Oh, I sleep like this when I'm in jail.
Tal vez sea la última
Good
temporada
one.
de finales en la que esté.
I do slumber like a king. Traveler, when did you get here?
Hace unos 0,5 segundos. Lo importante es que ya hablamos con todos. Y Paimon ya descansó.
Wait, where are we?
Seguimos en la fucking cueva. Es más importante, ¿estás bien?
Yep, way better. Paimon just got a little fright because she's never seen a crazy place like this before. Who would have thought the best guide in all of Tibet could end up so out of their depth?
Siempre agotara y asustara. Normal.
Yeah. So anyway, Paimon just had the weirdest dream. There were cattle mooing.
Tiene que ser porque has dormido cerca a Ushi. Por eso.
Yeah, just like that.
Ese Ushi.
Aw, Ushi, were you looking after Paimon?
Está ahí todo alegre de la vida. Chao, te recuperaste.
Traveler, it looks like the Conqueror of Demons is awake.
Bien, que comience el interrogatorio. Muy bien, Xiao. Dime primero, ¿cómo te sientes?
I'm fine. Don't worry.
El toro viene acá también para acompañar.
The karma I carry is dangerous to humans. Keep your distance.
Well, I have Adepti blood in me, so I wouldn't worry too much.
Even
Yo tengo
so,
plot armor, no tengo por qué preocuparme.
What happened while Paimon was sleeping?
Lo sacamos de la nada. Es la explicación más lógica que puedo dar.
With a little help, I was able to find my way here.
Todo gracias a Yanfei.
Conqueror of demons. Could you tell us what happened before you joined us?
No need to be so formal. Just call me Xiao.
Oh, sure.
It was a senseless battle. I came here looking for someone, but when I found them, they weren't anything like how I
¿A
expected.
quién estabas buscando?
Madam Ping says that you usually base yourself at Wangshu Inn to guard the main road through Dihua Marsh. It's unusual for you to go looking for someone yourself. Are they an Adeptus?
I'm looking for a yaksha called Bosacius.
Yaksha llamado Bosacius. Estoy seguro de haber oído ese nombre antes. Sé que los yakshas son 4, pero sus nombres no me acuerdo.
Bosacius? Is that one of the
5.
5 yakshas?
5
Like you?
yakshas.
I thought that you were
No
the
sé contar,
only one
disculpen.
left. Aren't the other 4 gone from the world?
Sí, yo tenía entendido también de que los 4 no existen.
You could say that. But Bosacius's body is the only one that was never found.
Ya, estabas haciendo una misión de rescate entonces. El Bosacius ese era Ciro y tú eras su padre.
Yakshas deal with gods
Y este
and
lugar
beings
es el
all the time,
Colca.
and we become tainted by karma. Over time, it inevitably drives us to madness. The last time I saw Bosacius, it was the day he lost his mind.
Bosacius fue el último en morir entonces. Tú viste cómo murió.
He left.
Se
No one
marchó.
knew where he went, and I never heard from him again.
Pero él estaba vivo para ese entonces.
But Bosacius was the eldest of us. He once told us, as yakshas we will experience countless wars. Whether we live or die, we must promise to take care of each other, and know each other's fate to the very end.
Did he forget his promise because he lost his sanity?
It's possible, but I did not. I am the sole survivor. So it is my duty to find out the fates of the others.
What made you come to the chasm? Did you hear something about Bosacius being here?
Did you know that 500 years ago, the beasts of Conria invaded the chasm?
Yanfei nos habla ahora de eso.
That war lasted a long time. It is said that in the midst of the battle, a brave yaksha was seen putting up a heroic fight.
Y ese yaksha eras tú, Bosacius o uno de los otros que se sacrificó. Porque duro de que haya salido vivo de esa.
But no one knew the yaksha's name.
But there were many more than 5 yakshas in total, so there's no guarantee it was Bosacius.
Ya había más yakshas.
Wow. But you must think it was probably him if you came here to investigate, right?
I am by no means certain, and I didn't have any other clues except for this one. But Bosacius was proud. If he had taken part in that war, he would have announced his name. So at first, I thought the nameless yaksha couldn't be him.
Encontraste a Bosacius, o aunque sea su, ya sabes, cadáver. Game TV 14, puedo decir esos términos.
Wait, so it was Bosacius you were fighting with? Did he injure you?
Yes.
Entonces sigue vivo. No por mucho, pero sigue vivo.
No way!
The invasion of monsters from Conria, the battle in the chasm, and Yelan's ancestor. I have a feeling that somehow these are all connected. Life is full of coincidences, but this is too much of a coincidence. Could this all be related to the fantastic compass mentioned in the will, too?
What will?
Un testamento del cliente de Yanfei.
Oh,
Por esa razón
right.
estuvimos
I
acá.
came here because of a will. Maybe it's not something you've come across much before, but both mortals and adepti sometimes write out their final wishes so somebody else will carry them out after they've passed. It's known as a last will and testament.
And this can be done at any time?
Sí, tienes una herida cerca al cachete.
Whoa, whoa. You wanna write a will now?
Hazme tu heredero.
It was no accident that you saw my illusion that day. This place used your desire to find me to create a trap that you would willingly walk into. Pure deception is easy to spot, but the truth laced with lies can be a fatal combination. What you heard were really things that I said.
O sea, tú eras consciente en ese instante.
It made sure you heard my real voice to create panic. This one-way communication was the bait.
Excelente.
If we hadn't managed to get in touch through the spatial rift, we may well have lost someone by now. Rather than murdering in cold blood, this space seems more intent on consuming souls.
Un torturador, básicamente.
How is this even possible?
Our opponent is very clever. It is not safe to stay here. Everyone, whether I accomplish what I came here to do or not, I must find a way to get you out safely.
Ok, confiaremos en ti para que puedas sacarnos de acá, pero primero tenemos que derrotar a quien sea que haya puesto esta trampa, o a quien controle la trampa, o a la trampa en sí. Y ahí atrás está Yelan.
I rejoined to warn you that it's extremely dangerous here. If you stay here too long, this space may well devour you.
Ya, en ese caso, ¿cómo salimos?
But how do you know?
Ya, ¿qué pasa si este espacio nos devora?
You might become a shadow of your former self, wandering the underground like a lost soul.
Mano, yo ya de por sí soy sombra de mi yo anterior. I mean, desde que me fui a Italia me he quemado un poquito más. Así que soy un poquito más color marrón puerta.
Sounds like you.
Con Pablo,
suffered
¿cómo
too.
era antes?
Yelan, you're back.
I've been back a while. I was listening to the conversation. I've seen some strange things here too. Objects that shouldn't be here. Strange figures appearing, then vanishing. I don't think any of it is real.
So they're just illusions?
At first, I had the same thought, but it's not that simple. There may come a day when these illusions become real and attack you.
From what you were saying a moment ago, it sounds like you know a way out of here.
I can't say for sure. It's just a guess. As Yanfei said, this space is chaotic and unstable, but it has its weaknesses. By attacking the point where both spaces connect, So, if I use all the energy I have, I may be able to tear a passage out of this chaotic space.
Pero no tienes mucha energía, ¿verdad?
Really? So powerful attacks can affect the space itself.
Whoa, 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 whoa. But what do you mean by all the energy you have?
Básicamente morir.
I mean, it will take everything I've got.
Wait a minute. When you said you were gonna get us out safely, you mean you're gonna stay here?
You can't be serious.
Está hablando en serio. Quiere cometer seppuku.
I saw Bosacius underground. That's when I realized the horror of this place. A single blast can only create a very small opening. To send you back to the outside world, I may need to continuously channel power in order to keep the tunnel open. I know how to fight to the bitter end. I can do this.
Pero si agotas toda tu energía, valdrás madre. Al menos visitarás a Bodacius o a tus otros compañeros yakshas.
No. No way. Even if what you're saying is true, I can't agree to this.
I'm not neither. It's not much of an escape plan if we gotta leave someone behind.
Debemos salir todos juntos. Sí, lo entiendo.
It's only a good or bad plan if there are other options to compare it to. But that's not the situation we're in right now. I doubt you'd still be stuck here if anyone had a better idea.
But can you be certain that your plan will work?
I cannot.
What is wrong with you? You can't bet your life on something if you don't even know it's gonna work. It's not worth it.
Paimon, los ingenieros pasamos por eso todos los días de nuestra existencia.
To conclude, I'm not agreeing to this plan.
What if I told you? This is my last will.
That's your strategy, huh? No offense, but we have no guarantee this plan of yours will succeed, or even that it's safe. You said it yourself. Yakshas pose a danger to humans. You really expect us to accept your self-righteous plan just because you say so?
The battlefield is a treacherous place. Every opportunity you take, you put everything on the line for. If you fear sacrifice and failure, you can never be victorious.
Tiene buen punto, Xiao.
I've been in my fair share of treacherous battles, so I know full well that you never bring up extreme measures like this until the very, very end.
Y este no es el último momento. Recién estamos, ¿cuánto? 20 minutos dentro.
You say these things in the hope that we will understand and accept them. But if you don't even know that your self-sacrifice is going to pay off, all you're doing is hurting morale. Besides, if you were really so determined to end it all, you wouldn't have given us the opportunity to share our opinions. You think you're oh so cold and ruthless, but I'm not buying it. And anyway, losing one of us so the rest can escape? Some victory that is.
Yelan, don't be so harsh.
Tienen que ponerse así, si no Xiao no va a entender. ¿Verdad, Xiao?
Point is, it's not time for drastic measures yet. It's possible there's a hidden passage leading to the exit that we just haven't discovered.
¿Qué fue, Ushi?
What if there isn't? Or if we don't find it? And in the end, I'm so weak that I don't have the strength left to sacrifice myself. What do you propose we do then?
As things stand, there's no difference between sacrificing you and trying to find another way out, in terms of the likelihood of success. If we can't say that one strategy is better than the other, we certainly shouldn't be rushing into a risky course of action.
Yelan se está enfadando de verdad.
Did someone say a strong enough strike can break us out of this place? Yeah, that's right. I heard ya. No one's staying behind to let anyone else out, all right? Enough talk. It's time for action.
¿En serio vas a golpear la roca con toda tu
Come on,
fuerza?
whatever you are. Let's see how long you manage to keep us trapped in here after I'm finished with you.
Tal vez eso funcione. Ah, vamos al ataque.
Easy now.
Que el ataque nos saca de acá.
Taste of this. Whew, okay, so I didn't tear the whole place down. But check it out, new path. If you need a hero, I'm the man for the job.
Should have seen this coming.
Grande, Ito. Al menos nos ha dado un pasaje.
Why do you always have to do things like this?
Era eso, Xiao se sacrificaba. Ito, eres de los grandes. A veces en esta clase de situaciones necesitamos gente que sea cabeza hueca. Así que si eres cabeza hueca, no te preocupes. Algún día eso de ser cabeza hueca te va a funcionar a ti.
Shinobu.
What happened to Ito? Did he pass out?
¡No, pendeja! Exacto, Ushi. Tú sí tienes razón.
The boss used up all his strength in one punch. Maybe that's the reason he managed to tear open a passage.
En primer lugar.
Let me see if there's any way I can stabilize it.
He did this because he heard us arguing, right?
Sí.
The thing with boss is, he just can't stand conflict between teammates.
Bueno, no soportó los conflictos que tenía con los pendejos de color azul también. Así que, sí, me gustan los conflictos.
Whenever we get into an argument in the Arataki game, he always goes and does something shocking to calm everyone down. Today, he's done it again. He may not have known you for very long, but when he said he sees everyone as part of the same team, he truly means that. Another thing with boss is, he hates it when other people sacrifice themselves, but he always seems to end up doing it himself. That said, there's a slight distinction to be made with him. When he does things like this, he doesn't really think he's sacrificing himself, because he genuinely believes that he's strong enough to defeat any obstacle he's facing.
Giant eagle alert! And wasn't he
Giant
just doing
eagle
the
alert.
same thing Xiao suggested?
Por-
So stupid.
¿Y por qué no te haces impedírselo? Porque querías que abriéramos la puerta de todas maneras. Esa era la única otra alternativa que teníamos. Que Ito fuera tan idiota como para golpear una roca con todas sus fuerzas.
The boss is hardly open to persuasion. Besides, he always acts without thinking. There's no doubt that he really thought he was about to solve everything in one hit.
Es que se ve mucho One Punch Man, por eso.
It's not just him either. The other guys in the Arataki gang are more or less the same. That's why they need someone like me to clean up after them. I couldn't stop him if I tried, so I might as well just let him do his thing. Besides, often his harebrained intuition is surprisingly on point. We might punch our way out of here yet.
Ito, please tell Paimon you're okay.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. You have nothing to apologize for.
Both you and Yelan made some very good points.
Sí, Eito literal ha causado una alternativa que nosotros necesitamos para que ustedes no se vayan a pelearse otra vez.
Still, if this was an Arataki gang issue and you were one of our members, I have to say I'd side with Yelan on this one. The boss definitely wasn't sacrificing himself. He firmly believed that we'd be able to find a way out through the passage he opened up, and he's certainly not expecting to be left behind. Everyone's important. We have to support each other if we're going to get out of here. Your survival is of huge importance to some people. No, to a whole lot of people.
Aw, Shinobu.
Everyone, let's all do our best to try and find a way out. There's still a chance. I'm sure we can escape. Leave the boss to me. Don't worry.
Ok. No hay que preocuparse.
Everyone, it seems this passage doesn't lead to the outside world, but deeper inside.
Vale, eso también puede servir. Tal vez si vamos al centro del lugar, ahí es donde esté justamente la salida.
What the? So Ito's efforts were in vain?
No, it's still worth exploring. I'll go and take a look first.
Aha, I see. I'm with you.
What?
So far, I still haven't found the thing I came looking for. That magical device,
Claro, la
remember?
brújula. Tal vez ahí esté.
If this domain has the power to project our imaginations or the things we're searching for into reality, well, maybe I can use that to my advantage to track it down.
Oh, right! No wonder she keeps telling us to keep going. If it's a magical device, it must be super powerful.
Well, I can't guarantee that, but it's worth a try.
Sí.
I will find a way.
Y se nos fue. Se nos fue. Tenemos que otra vez recuperarlo, rescatarlo de alguna pendejada que se vaya a hacer, hijo de puta.
Let him go. But if you're planning on going into that domain too, then come with me. After all, I'm just a lawyer. We'll be safer if we team up. By the way, you and Xiao seem pretty close, huh? Yelan got a bit worked up just now, so I just wanted to apologize on her behalf.
No hay problema. A Xiao le hace falta una de esas huevadas.
I have
De
to
vez
say
en cuando.
though, if Yelan hadn't spoken out like she did, I'm not sure she would have gotten through to him. Also, self-sacrifice is something Yelan feels strongly about. From what I know, she's lost comrades in the line of duty before, and then was rescued herself. Maybe being a survivor is what makes her so against seeing other people sacrifice themselves. How can things ever be the same again, knowing that your life was saved when others weren't? In a way, salvation can also be a burden.
Salvando al soldado Brian. Buena película. Rosie está de acuerdo.
If I were her, I'm not sure I would have done anything different.
Tiene sentido.
Oh, wait, 1 second. I'll be right there. Yeah!
Ah, para que se curen. ¿Eres curandera? ¿Es uno de tus talentos?
Right, that's much safer.
¿O es un círculo de
Since Ito can't
defensa?
fight right now, I've cast a spell to protect you guys.
Ah, ya. Es el círculo que te protege de los osos, peces, lo que sea, que existen de verdad.
Thank you, Senpai. Please, be careful.
We will. Same to you. All right, traveler, let's go.
Bien, bien, bien. Podemos continuar entonces. Podemos continuar luego de mucho texto. Tenemos que entrar en el nuevo dominio, cosa que... Voy a ver cuánto tiempo voy logrando. 46 minutos de texto. Creo que lo voy a dejar hasta aquí nomás y en el siguiente nos adentramos con suerte dentro de este dominio, con personajes un poquito mejor curados, que ahorita mis personajes están literalmente hechos papilla ahorita. Están hechos papillas ahorita. Con suerte nos darán a los personajes que nosotros tenemos, menos Aito tal vez. Pero sí, creo que estamos bien, Así que nada más que decir, si os ha gustado el video pueden darle like, compartir con un amigo que es fanático de Genshin Impact o fanático de este Ito o de Kokushinyobu, más importante, de Urshi, que Urshi es la estrella de este episodio al parecer. Pero bueno, hasta aquí Vampire, nos vemos en el siguiente video. Y no te preocupes, Ito, vamos a llevarte, quieras o no, con nosotros.